Hey, what up, everybody? Of course, everybody probably done heard by now this Halle Bailey and this DDG thing between the two of them. I'm gonna do two different takes. I'm gonna do the take from a man, and I'm gonna do the take from a woman. And with that being said, let's get into it. And shout out to MTR for this.
Power up with Rockler. Serious projects start with serious tools. Get top brands at Rockler today. Create with confidence. Create with Rockler.
There's something to be said for living in the moment, but there's something magical about making it last.
Take a look at the first video that I did. I mean, this is textbook exactly what I was saying.
Bro, like this, we pulled over. We pulled over.
And this is the homeboy
We
talking.
like, bro, somebody tracking us. Listen, we like, bro, somebody is tracking us, bro. We is not safe. Somebody is tracking us. We in the car. Bro, where at? We outside, listen. We outside the truck like this. Look up under the truck like, you did.
Halle Bailey is facing serious allegations from her ex DDG amid the custody battle over their son Halo. In an emergency motion filed by DDG on June 4th, the rapper asked the court to deny Halle's recent request to take their 17-month-old to Italy for work, accusing the Little Mermaid star of being an imminent emotional and psychological risk to herself and their child. DDG, whose real name is Daryl Dwayne Granberry Jr., alleged in court documents obtained by E! News that Halle routinely used emotional coercion and manipulation to exert her control over me, often threatening me by using self-harm or ending her life.
And I got to pause right there. Any woman that wants to use self harm to try and get control of you, gentlemen, run. Run and don't look back.
Throughout their on and off again relationship of almost 3 years.
Take a look at the first video that I did. I mean, this is textbook exactly what I was saying. Now, it's just an allegation right now, but we have a lot of evidence, including a written statement from DDG's mama to corroborate these claims. Let's go.
In one alleged instance during Halle's pregnancy in 2023, DDG said she threatened me by demanding that we reconcile or she would go through with the abortion. DDG said the actress allegedly.
And that's another thing that some women will use. If you get a woman pregnant and you're quote unquote not acting right, they will use child deletion as a way to keep you in line. Be careful.
Threatened to end her life using my legally owned firearm in another incident that same year, accusing Halle of grabbing the weapon and leaving their home without telling anyone her whereabouts.
You crazy as hell.
DDG alleged that Halle also stalked him during their relationship, as well as physically and verbally abused him. The rapper wrote in his filing, "Given these threats to self-harm, I believe the petitioner is a threat to our son's safety, such that she should not be allowed to take Halo out of the country to Italy for a period of 2 months." He is requesting that the court grant him sole legal and physical custody of Halo or impose an alternative visitation plan where he and Halle trade off 2-day and 5-day blocks.
And I'm going to let it play, but I want to say this too. Halle Bailey, from what I'm looking at now, she had no business getting pregnant. This is why, see, situations like this is why Kevin Samuels used to say, marry before you carry. But let's look at this situation. If you look at DDG and Holly, DDG honestly was never gonna marry Holly. Whether y'all like it or not. He had no plans of marrying her. He figured he was gonna have a fling with her and going about his business. I think the only reason he stuck around for as long as he did was because Holly got pregnant. He didn't stay because he wanted to. I think he said because Holly got pregnant. But here's something that women need to understand. Just because you have a man's baby, don't mean that man will stay.
G's filing comes weeks after Halle filed to obtain sole legal and physical custody of Halo, alleging that DDG attacked her during a co-parenting handoff in January. She was granted a temporary restraining order against DDG, who has denied the abuse allegations. E! News has reached out to Halle's attorney about DDG's allegations, but hasn't heard back.
Ripped right from the playbook. She's the one that demonstrates odd behavior, extreme emotional distress, often
Facts,
violent
MTR.
behavior,
Talk
with the
about it.
point that she wants to
Talk
exact
about it,
control
brother.
on you. That's when you
Talk
put
about
your
MTR.
hands on her. It's funny how that happens. Now let's get into some of the text messages that DDG submitted. This is back in March of 2024. Haley is screaming, "This is Peru! You leave me hanging as a mother. You don't step in when I need you." She got attacked by the caps locks monster. And this is what she said. She said that, she's the unstable one. She says she does crazy things to the men that are in her life. "I'm begging you. I just found out you slept with Lala in Mexico. I'm going to myself tonight. My son will not be around for it. I hate you forever."
See, now that's evil. I'm sorry. That's evil.
"You can have him and let her be his mom." This is absolutely insane. I have never received text from a crazy young lady like this, and I pray that I never do. DDG responds, "I can't believe that you are acting like this. You put your eggplant inside of her in Mexico," she screams. Now, does one think that she was actually going to herself? And, absolutely not. I think this is something that's being done as a manipulation tactic. Nevertheless, there's more. There's another example back from 2022 where she says, "Answer the effing phone. Answer the effing phone," she follows up. "I'm gonna try one more time." I wish within this you would show the amount of times that she's calling. It's probably like 10 to 15 if I was to take a guess within an hour. "If you don't answer, it's over forever. I'm not playing, Daryl. That is it." He responds, "I just want to be left alone, please." She responds, "I'm calling for help." Then she says, "I have." Then she says, "I'm calling for help." Also notice the quick succession, like the timestamps that she's sending all of these. All of these are being sent within a minute time. But why don't care, do you? Or is that you? So really saying things to make him care more. So now continuing to demonstrate this sort of manipulation through her crashing out. Then she says, "Okay, that's it. The knife is going to be used." And then he responds, "Have a knife for what?"
But it's so amazing how you women try to justify abusing men because you're postpartum or because you're a woman.
And I want to say this to women. Ladies, postpartum depression does not give you the excuse to abuse, misuse, or mistreat people. That is from the pits of hell. You do not use postpartum depression to excuse bullshit. Don't do that.
Can beat up a dude. Like, y'all ridiculous, bro. Y'all think it's okay for a woman to sit here and abuse a dude, stab him, do all this shit that Halle did to DDG and still act like he's supposed to stay with her and marry her and complete a broken home. And this nigga stabbed up. What the fuck wrong with y'all, man?
And let me say this before I continue on. Listen, postpartum depression, due to the changing of your hormones, it's a documented thing. Your hormones are absolutely going to shift, which is going to shift your mood.
And it's stuff like this that makes you wonder whether or not if postpartum depression is even real, or is it an excuse for women to be irrational.
But this shit, this is just crazy woman. Maybe with some postpartum depression on top of that, but I think that it is a huge damn cop-out to be able to utilize depression, postpartum depression, to do things.
Facts.
Like
It is a
It's
cop-out.
bullshit. Take some guy.
Talk about an MTR.
Grown-up.
DDG went to court today and filed 165 pages showing that Halle wasn't telling the truth. Say it with me, the devil never wins. They still trying to cancel this man because he brought evidence to clear his name. That's insane. The single moms in the Shade Room comment section are going crazy right now. I seen someone tweet that DDG
Single moms equal leftovers.
is a snitch. They're trying to make the excuse for her being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, talking about postpartum. Between her and Megan, that's why people don't believe people when they be crying wolf.
Now it looks like for these text messages, we're back in 2024. Hold on, let me move this over a little bit. I just thought we'd do what I wanted to do today since it's Mother's Day. But if you really want to go, you can. I'll just go home and pack. Hello? He responds, if you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you to do something estúpido. He responds back, I'm going to give it 5 minutes. You have a son. I know you took my ratchet. It has no safety. So it looks like this is 2 months or so after these initial texts. So 6 weeks, 2 months after, she's taking his ratchet out of his crib to do what with? Who knows?
I usually mind my business, y'all, but DDG has filed an emergency request for full custody of Halo, stating that Halle Bailey is so and she's abusive. Also stating she put air tags in his belongings, stalking him, as well as abusing him. He has photos, witness statements, and some more. And he is not around. Oh my gosh, I knew it was more to this story. When that boy said it's in Halle's best interest that we don't go to court, I'm really trying to do this for Halle. I'm trying to be patient with Halle. But he also stated that when they were together, she wanted to abort Halo. She wanted to abort Halo.
Manipulation and control.
And said if they didn't get back together, she would abort.
And proof that she never wanted Halo. This is proof that Halo was basically there to keep DDG around. I don't know why women do this. Why women think if they get pregnant, they can keep the man around. That is the stupidest thing that a woman could do. Just because you have a baby does not keep the man around. If a man don't want to be near you, he is not going to be near you. You cannot force a man to stay at a place where he does not want to stay.
He said he didn't want to be with her anymore because she was extremely violent, bro. He said Halle is violent. He don't want to communicate with her. He wants third-party communication. He wants them to communicate through a text app, like through the government. He don't want to meet up with her. He don't want to see her. He want her to be in his son's life, yes, but he said he's not doing these games that she's playing, bro. And he wants full custody. Because she is not mentally okay. And the fact that she's unstable, he said that she don't need to be with Halo all the time.
But wait, there's more. We're gonna go back to 2023 in June, and she writes, "That's not right. I have to go. I have been so nice. I'm not broken your property or anything. I have to go."
And look at this.
Again, this is
Look at this. Everything with her in that right there is I. Narcissist.
all in the same minute. She says, "I'm pregnant and you're just trying to cause me more stress for no reason. I said this morning respectfully, I'm not arguing with you anymore. You want to be petty, you can be petty by yourself. Stop blocking me. Okay, I gave you a chance. You ruined my whole day. I have to work. Your computer is broken now. Goodbye. This chick is crazy. Hey, so I'm gonna stop calling you now. You cheated on me.
Y'all sure that Halle Bailey is not a manic person? This here looks like and sounds like a person going through their manic mania. Just saying.
Literally called you another girl last night, and today you stole my car, all while I'm pregnant. I can't do this anymore. I tried to call you to tell you I'm not gonna go to the doctor. I'm leaving for work now. I'm tired, and I tried. Please don't try and say I didn't tell you when I'm blowing up your phone. Now, with all of these claims, there's actually been assertions that she was putting air tags in his vehicle to stalk and keep track of him.
Bro, like this, we pulled over. We pulled over on the spot of the road. We like, bro, somebody tracking us. Listen, we like, bro, somebody is tracking us, bro. We is not safe. Somebody is tracking us. We in the car. Bro, where that motherfucker at? Where that motherfucker at? You feel me? We like, what? Bro, somebody is tagging this truck, bro. If it ain't me, it ain't true. Bro, where did you park the car at? We outside, listen. We outside the truck like this. Looking up under the truck like, you feel me? Did somebody move this truck? You know what I'm saying?
And who else is involved now is none other than DDG's mama. Alright, I'm not going to go through all of this right here, but you can see the 2 pages. You can pause it or read it all on your own if you do so choose. But within this declaration document, she is claiming that she has found multiple Apple AirTags in DDG's vehicles, allegedly
Damn.
implanted by Halle Bailey.
That is bad when his mama is calling her crazy.
First AirTag was discovered in June 2023 in his Maybach.
And some of y'all think that this is rock bottom. Trust me, this is not rock bottom. This here is on the way to rock bottom.
Daryl called me that night stating that the petitioner, Halle Bailey, had shown up uninvited to a movie theater in Beverly Hills where he was attending a film with a female friend. The petitioner called me directly that night, angrily stating that she knew where DDG was and made threats to F him up. George and I drove to the theater out of concern for DDG's safety. When we arrived, we saw Halle outside of the theater, visibly upset and attempting to confront and physically fight the woman he was with. I personally intervened to help de-escalate the situation. There's also a photo that he submitted that I can't show here of a gash on his thumb, which was to explain how she got her tooth chipped. Remember in that original court filing, she had a chipped tooth. Now, at the time I said that it's crazy that she has a chipped tooth and no visible markings on her face. How did that even happen? Usually, if someone punches you in your mouth enough to chip a tooth, usually there's some other damage, busted lip, cut, something. So this injury could explain how the chipped tooth happened. Here goes some more crazy text messages from her. I will be successful. I don't need to be with someone who is going to demean me. You like that? I'm insecure. It makes you feel good about yourself. I'm not doing this anymore. Keep your phone. Again, this is all within like a minute. But when I die, don't say ish. Don't come to my funeral or anything. F you. Be happy that these are the last texts that you will get from me. This is in 2022, so obviously that was not true. I've had enough. I don't want to talk to you ever again. Please don't contact me. If you need me, please reach out to my sister. I hate you. You are the most horrible person I've ever met. This is less than an hour later. I wish I didn't have to fight with you, but you continue to let me down every time. When we sue about exchanging my son in a money deal for views and openly flirt and help every other woman in the world but me. You know, more than I read this, it just...
Jealousy, 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 jealousy. This here is a combination of jealousy and narcissism. Nothing more, nothing less.
Sounds like this is a control thing. Sounds like...
Yep. Talk about it.
Wasn't done in the world with different women, and Haley thought that
Yeah,
having
basically.
a baby with him was going to make
Yep. Having a baby ain't fix a damn thing.
him chill out. You settle down. You hate me and want me to. I want to that. Because this is so crazy. I'm not going to read this one, but you can read this line right here and this line right here to understand. And then it looks like DDG shows her a picture of their son in order to make her stop what she's contemplating doing. And the wild update to all of this is that a judge, with all of this proof, all of this evidence, the testimony, the written statement from his mom, the judge denies DDG's temporary restraining order against Halle Bailey. And a couple of things
Yeah.
come to mind of this. I think that
Now, the fact that a judge denied DDG, most likely the judge is female and feminist. I'm just saying.
she got the one up on him by filing first. There was also some video evidence within her filing as well, which could have led to this decision, or this was destined to fail from the start because of women receiving so much more preferential treatment in
Yep.
the eyes of these judges.
And here's the thing about family court. The man hardly ever wins. The only way that a man can win is if he has his ducks in a row, crosses his T's, and dots his I's. That's the only way a man will ever survive in the family court system. Whether we like it or not, the family court system is against men. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Now, if his goal was to expose her behavior in a way that's not seen as being petty, right? He's exposing it for a reason, which is to not allow this custody to leave. If that was his goal and solely his goal, then I would say mission accomplished, because now we have all of this evidence into her true character outside of her admitting her true character.
Oh, when I was defending, bro, y'all thought I was doing too much. The court documents finally got released. So not only did she lie about the whole, oh, he hit my head on the steering wheel incident, she was the one who was actually opposing him from hitting, punching, stopping, putting air tags in his vehicle so she knows where he's going. And when they found out that she was pregnant with Halo, they both decided, all right, we're gonna co-parent regardless of our situation. And she had went and she had took the first pill. Why? Because she didn't like the way that DG was treating her. On Mother's Day, she literally took this man's arm. It didn't have no safety, and he had to say that, oh, I'm gonna call the cops in 5 minutes because I don't want you to do anything stupid. Like, he was really the victim the entire time. And then saying that she's gonna alive herself because she found out that he had with Lala apparently in Mexico, threatening him with not seeing his son.
But no matter what, this is just sad that it's turned into this at this point. I mean, this is a full-blown out custody war, and the person that is suffering the most is the child.
I can't stand people that throw a rock and hide their hand. And like DDG trying to act like Halle is mentally unstable by showing these text messages. Do y'all not peep this is on Mother's Day? Did y'all not peep this is on her first Mother's Day? Where she's asking him, basically, I thought we'd do something that I would want to do because it's Mother's Day.
So that is justification to trip out and say that you're going to yourself. That's justification. They will justify anything in order to feel correct. It's actually insane.
He doesn't even respond until 10 o'clock at night. And at that point, he's trying to make it seem like she basically is threatening to hurt herself. Why do you think she was threatening to hurt herself?
Wow.
Because she was absolutely depressed in that moment because the man that she's been telling the world
Lies. Lies. Lies.
is a good guy, right? Has turned out to be a damn bad guy, basically. Let's put it that way, a bad guy. You know, where again, months ago, they didn't announce their breakup till October 2024. This is May 2024, where she's asking him to do something with her on Mother's Day, her first Mother's Day. And let's not think about what he did this Mother's Day to her. So basically, he's damn near tried to ruin both her Mother's Day, as if she's not worthy of having a good. See how these men do? These. I will never raise a boy. I'm a boy mom, but not like this. To where your son.
Man, shut the entire fuck up.
Will treat you good as a mother, as his mother, but go out here and ruin his own child's mother.
We only have the text messages in the conversation. We don't know if they were actually texting each other. But again, to watch people justify.
And women, like the woman who just spoke, are the reason why Password Bros exists.
Now having a threat on her, like he has recognized her degree of crazy, he's controlled by her, and knows that getting up with her is just going to be a lot of drama for the day. So we don't want nothing to do with it. The relationship was probably already on the rocks, and they don't find that
It was
of importance in a man-made holiday, as if it being Mother's Day justifies the crazy response. Nevertheless, guys, I'm going to end the content right here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment box down below in regards to this situation. Are you surprised that DDG got his quest denied? What is it you think about the entirety of the situation?
Alright, everyone. That was what MTR had to say. And now that was MTR. That was the male's take on this DDG and Holly situation. Now we're gonna have a female's take on it. Shout out to Just a Girl Talk. Let's get into it.
Sometimes things just click.
On my face because I just got a chemical peel. But Haley, I'm really hoping that the messages that DDG just uploaded in the court documents are not real. Because that shit is diabolical.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So I am back with an update on my previous video from a few weeks ago regarding DDG and Halle Bailey's, her coming out with a restraining order against him, accused him of allegedly physically abusing her, just being a danger to her and her son, and the internet went crazy, right? The black community, should I say, went crazy because there were a lot of women who
Sisterhood.
for Halle, right? Whatever she says, it is what it is. You know, whenever
The sisterhood, protecting the sisterhood, and not knowing really on what happened. Which goes to something else that Kevin Simmons used to say. Single women keep women single.
a woman in our community comes out and says anything, we believe it, right? She can't do no wrong. She can't be lying. So automatically it was true. He's the devil. He's horrible. He's this. He's that. Right.
And I'm gonna say something else too. Once again, shout out to Just a Girl Talk. But I remember a while back where she said, you know, the whole believe all women thing used to mean something, but it's too many women crying wolf. And then they won't get mad at the men because the men don't subscribe. Excuse me. Don't subscribe to the believe all women. How can anybody believe all women when a chunk of y'all are liars? Riddle me that.
He's horrible. He's this. He's that. Right. And it also was for them. They were all also saying, we knew she should never been with him. We knew he was the problem. We knew she was too good for him. We knew that he was taking her image. This is all of what they.
See, and that's also because the sisterhood thought that DDG was a quote-unquote scrub. But here's the thing. The same sisterhood also said the same thing about Jonathan Owens, even though half of y'all women call the man Mr. Simone Biles to disrespect the man. No, his name is Jonathan Owens. Use his name.
Spade, y'all never liked DDG. Like, way before him and Halle had they differences and they broke up and all this shit dropped, y'all didn't like the nigga. Like, even when he first got with her, like, y'all
Facts.
Why the fuck she with
Talk to him,
Why
bro.
was he invited to that event and he's this corny YouTuber and a wannabe rapper and whatever the fuck. Y'all miserable motherfuckers. Y'all just did not like him. Just be real. Y'all couldn't wait to see him fail. Y'all couldn't
Talk
wait to
about
see him
it.
break up. And the minute some negative shit dropped
They
out
couldn't
his ass,
wait.
here y'all go. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I could always tell. I could always see. Bruh, shut y'all parasocial asses up.
Facts. Let me rewind it again. Where he tells him shut the F up.
And it also was for them. They were all also saying, we knew she should never been with him. We knew he was the problem. We knew she was too good for him. We knew that he was taking her image. This is all of what they knew.
Let's just call it spade a spade. Y'all never liked DDG. Like,
They didn't.
before him and Halle had they differences and they broke up and all this shit dropped, y'all didn't like the nigga. Like, even when he first got with her, like, y'all be like, why the fuck she with him? Or why was he invited to that event? And he's this corny YouTuber and a wannabe rapper and whatever the fuck. Y'all miserable motherfuckers. Y'all just did not like him. Just be real. Y'all couldn't wait to see him fail. Y'all couldn't wait to see them break up.
Talk about it.
The minute some negative shit dropped out his ass, here y'all go. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I could always tell. I could always see. Bruh, shut y'all parasocial asses up.
My thing is, again, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's the truth. So I don't know them. I don't care about these celebrities, right? I don't know them enough to say.
And tell you the truth, it's really none of our damn business what goes on in their house.
And, oh, I'm all for Holly because I'm all for women. Women lie.
Territorial. I'm a
Talk
jealous
about
girlfriend,
women lie.
I'm a territorial girlfriend. All of me.
Facts. Women lie, niggas lie. It is what it is.
Where you go? Who are you with? That's me. Oh, how long you gonna be there? Oh, okay. Cool. Good to know.
Women lie all the time, right? So my video was from the stance
Talk
of,
about it.
why do we gotta fight to keep him from his son, right? The women were like, he don't need to be for his kid. He's in danger to his son. She should not let him see the son. And I'm just like, wow. Y'all can't wait to break up a family. Y'all love and thrive off of this. But, so, apparently, DDG had to defend himself and share his point of view and what he experienced while in that relationship to show that I'm not who she trying to paint me to be. But of course, let's take a listen. Let's just drop this first clip of this woman who is appalled by what has occurred. And let's go back and talk about it.
Hey y'all, don't mind my face because I just got a chemical peel. But
We don't care.
I'm really hoping that the messages that DDG just uploaded and
Man, you up here on Beyonce's internet looking like a burnout cherry. Sit down somewhere.
court documents are not real because that shit is diabolical. I'm gonna say that a lot of the shit could have been like from postpartum, but it ain't no way that you could just
Stop. I done said this earlier. Postpartum depression does not give y'all an excuse to abuse and exhibit irrational behavior. Irrational behavior is irrational behavior. Abusive behavior is abusive behavior. Postpartum depression is no excuse for that.
like get around certain shit. And I'm mad because I took up for Haley. DDG just uploaded screenshots for court documents and messages between him and Haley. That shit is diabolical. Like that shit is literally crazy. The stuff that those messages was saying, it just has to be fake. I mean, it just can't be no way the girl was pretending and like doing all of that, like creating the image. I don't know. I'm not saying this is allegedly because this is what was posted. So I don't know if the stuff is true or not, but I don't.
I'm very much shocked. Now, I'm not gonna say if the shit is true that he's like fully innocent, because nobody is fully innocent when it comes to situations like that. We all do shit, we all say shit we don't mean, we all fuck up. So, but
Ma'am, there's a difference between saying stuff you don't mean and being abusive in any way, shape, form, and or fashion. Miss me with the BS.
always standing with, it could have been both of them in a situation, but I just never knew that she was like this.
So y'all heard the excuses, right? She said it better not be true, and even if it is, I'm going to say that maybe it's postpartum. Maybe it was this, maybe it was that. You see how we give women the benefit?
And let me say this. Postpartum depression does not excuse bullshit behavior. Stop that.
Doubt. We don't give black men that at all. If a woman said a black man did it, he did it. He did it.
Answer the fucking phone. I told y'all, bro. It be them little small, petite, pretty ones who talk like this, like I could never. They be the ones talking like 6'5" D1 Drake heads. They be talking like they about to break their foot off in your ass, bro. Not Halle Bailey. Oh, she would never. Right. I'm not playing, Daryl. Yeah, she put some bass on her voice when she said that. I have a knife.
So you guys can see there's text exchange where she's saying she has items to harm herself. He's telling her to stop, please come back, he's going to call for help, all of the things, right? That there's clear aggressive behaviors and measures that she was trying to allegedly do if she didn't get what she wanted from him. Whatever that might have been, whether he was lying, cheating, not answering her phone calls, whatever it was. Again, the women can't believe that it would be, how dare she do this, but at the same time, if she did do it, she was having a bad day. If she did do it, she was having a bad day. Again, as I always say, in the black community, when it comes to black women, accountability is a kryptonite to them. You can watch it all, you can see all the information, you can have it right in front of your face, and women will still sit there and say, well, what she was trying to say was, I had a knife, but the knife was not really real. Like, they will find any way to derail it from her being accountable.
And so I was right? Egad. So does it mean anything that Haley stabbed DDG? Does it mean anything that every time he tried to leave that girl, she threatened to kill herself? Does it mean anything that she stole this nigga's gun and was saying she was gonna kill herself? Do you know these bitches said? Oh, it was postpartum. That's why she did that. What you want me to say? What the fuck you want me to say? The bitch said DDG was a demon, a monster.
Right? We see what's happening with Megan Thee Stallion in the Tory Lane situation.
Yep.
They're still saying, well, maybe she was this. Well, when she said that, maybe she was high. Maybe she was confused.
Making
Maybe.
excuses.
It's all these babies when it comes down to saying, damn, you was wrong.
And that's something else. And that's another reason why black men are no longer fooling with black women. Black women do not know what it is to take accountability.
You lied to us. You made us believe that you was a victim. It's okay to say we all believed it, and now we got the truth, and it's like, come on, no, we can't let you just do this. You can't. We just get off as women on ruining black men's reputation. I don't know. We love it, and that's the sick reality of our community. We love that.
And that's another reason why black men are leaving the community. Because unfortunately, y'all, black women, have become the biggest enemy to black men.
Mind my business, but it's so amazing how you women try to justify abusing a man because you're in postpartum or because you're a woman, you can beat up a dude. Like, y'all fucking ridiculous, bro. Y'all fucking ridiculous. Y'all think it's okay for a woman to sit here and abuse a dude, stab him, do all this shit that Halle did to DDG and still act like he's supposed to stay with her and marry her and complete a broken home, and this nigga gets stabbed up. What the fuck wrong with y'all, man?
Let me share another clip of another woman who is, look, this woman really gets on my nerves, I'm just be honest, but I'm gonna share her point of view and her excuses she's, making about what happened.
DDG released text messages today from Halle that proved everything that we've been saying. You are a know-nothing ass dude and you were never worthy of her. That you never were the nice guy that you put yourself out to be, because clearly she been crying and screaming and pleading to be treated like a decent girl while she was pregnant and thereafter. I don't know what this man thought he did, showing text messages of a woman who had just had his child begging for him to be present and to help her while he was out in Mexico laying up with Lala. See, your fans been saying that all these skits with these girls are just skits and it's no big deal. Whole time, no. You really have been laying up with them while you were supposed to be serious about being somebody's man. That's all it's showing us. That everything this woman said that you have been psychologically abusive, mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, to where this girl felt so defeated because of it. She didn't want to be here anymore. Being a brand new mother, having postpartum, yeah, you feel suicidal when the person that you love is treating you like a piece of shit.
Again, it's still his fault. Still his fault. If he didn't do what she wanted to do,
How is that his fault?
it's his fault. He ruined it for her. Again, we're seeing that this was a two-way thing. Whatever was allegedly happening between the two of them, whether it was physical stuff, verbal stuff, it wasn't one-sided. So who knows why he didn't do what she wanted him to do that day or for Mother's Day? It may not have mattered. I don't care what you want. The way that you treat me, I don't care. Like, we think that men are supposed to just say, forget how they feel, forget what we do to them, forget what we say to them, and they're supposed to just bow down and say, okay, babe, don't worry about it, I'm gonna do what you want to do. After you just curse me out, threaten me with weapons, I'm gonna just still be like, cool, you good, babe.
Who is behind DDG's legal team? Who is behind him? Only because me reading them text messages, I don't know, it doesn't give that she's suicidal and she wants to just off herself and she's not mentally stable. What it gave is you're a narcissist and you like to manipulate the situation. Because me reading those text messages, Halle was hurt. Like, it was given like, this is her first heartbreak. And I don't know if y'all used to watch her on YouTube with her sister. Like, they were very nurtured as like kids and things like that. So I really do think like DDG was her first like love, like seriously. And she obviously loved him. And the fact that you're trying to bring up that she was suicidal on Mother's Day only because she wanted to spend time with you. She wanted to be celebrated as a mother.
Here's another example of another woman who refused to hold women accountable.
Only an abuser would use your mental health against you to prove you wrong and say that you're a liar when they are the ones who cause the reactive abuse that you are portraying. Yeah, I'm talking about DDG ass, okay?
Another excuse.
Shut up, man.
Another excuse. And the problem continues to lie in our community because we enable these behaviors.
Yep, we do.
We enable them. Who's around her? Her sister? Her family? Who's been enabling you to behave this way? Because I'm sure other people were privy to this information. Your closest family and friends. And if they didn't try to get you some help or try to check you about, slow down. You wouldn't have it too far. You might want to think about your reputation. You need to own up, even what you want to her to file this restraining order. You didn't think about what you did, the information that he had on you. That's how much we as women are so sure that the system is going to believe us 100%. And unfortunately, the system does tend to take the woman's side over the man, which is sad. But even it just don't make sense. Like I feel like she forced this man's hand.
Basically,
I feel like he would have not came out and did any of this, said anything about what happened between the two of them, because nobody knew if she did not go and file that restraining order back in May.
Yep.
This is just my opinion. I believe that she did not want to do this. But what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do when it?
She filed that restraining order, has a form of control over that man.
Of my life, me not being able to see my son, me potentially losing my career, my going to prison. What am I supposed to do when I have proof that you're unstable? Because he filed a petition to stop her from leaving the country with his son. You're unstable, and I'm showing proof of ways when you get upset and you get violent and you get, very belligerent. I gotta present that to the court, because now it comes to a point where you're not going to defame me as this demon, this monster, when you have these ways about you that everybody don't know about. So again, as I said before, women be so quick to just believe anything that they hear from a woman because they really hate black men.
Hey, Halle and DDG went to court today.
Ooh, hold on. Let me rewind that again.
It comes
Lord
to a
have
point where
mercy.
you're not going to just paint me as this demon, this monster, when you have these ways about you that everybody don't know about. So again, as I said before, women be so quick to just believe anything that they hear from a woman because they really hate black men.
Hey,
Ooh. I'm going to pause that right there. Where did she lie? Knows the Black Women's Empowerment Space has been teaching more and more so lately for the women to treat black men has nothing more than utilities. Therefore, training the Black Women's Empowerment Space, the Shira Sevens, the Sylvia G's, the Priscilla Clarks, the Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, who's not really a doctor, are training women to basically hate men, therefore setting themselves up for failure.
Halle and DDG went to court today, and from what I learned reading his side of the story is y'all need to stop getting y'all ass on here with half a story. Because y'all got on here calling this man all type of abusers and narcissists and all this extra shit, and y'all ain't even know his side. Y'all ain't even see the evidence he fucking had. And then when this shit came out, he couldn't even defend himself because he was legally gagged. Like, that's the most narcissistic shit somebody could do. You can't control them, so you control how other people see them. That's wrong as fuck.
They can't stand black men. So it don't matter what a woman says, if it's against a black man and it's going to try to ruin him, cancel him, they are all for it. It doesn't.
Unfortunately,
it's
sad but true.
It's very sad. It's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. But we get off on this stuff. And no matter what's presented in front of their face to see the truth that she hit me, she beat me up, it could be whatever it is, and they still will find a way to make an excuse for what she did. And well, he
Sure hell will.
Well, he must have did this, or they can never hold a woman accountable. Because they didn't make them accountable.
Nope. They do not want to hold black women accountable.
Because again, kids are being affected. Kids are being torn apart, from their families, from their household, from their mom and their dad. Like, it's ugly. It's ugly. So, of course, we saw her as the Little Mermaid. That's a character. That is a character. who he's presenting her to be is not no soft little mermaid. So y'all need to get out of a fantasy world.
Talk to him.
The character versus the person are two different things.
Exactly.
And y'all don't know her, and y'all don't know him. The fact that y'all hate black men so bad, it don't matter. And that's the sad part about it. And these women be raising sons, have their fathers, their brothers, and they still don't see how much they just thrive off of seeing a black man's life get ruined. It's messed up. And it's so sad. So sad. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please drop it down below.